On April 14, 1865, Abraham Lincoln made a decision that would change American history forever. But what if I told you everything you learned about that night was wrong? The truth about Lincoln's final hours has been hidden for over 150 years. Until now. Welcome to Age of Stories. Today we're diving deep into one of the most mysterious moments in American history. Abraham Lincoln is remembered as the president who saved the Union and ended slavery. But there's a darker, more complex story that historians rarely tell. In this video, you'll discover the secret strategy Lincoln used to win the Civil War, what really happened on his final day, and the conspiracy that almost destroyed everything he built. So let's go back to 1865, to the final days of the American Civil War. By April 1865, the Civil War had been raging for years. Over 600,000 Americans had died. The nation was torn apart. President Lincoln faced an impossible challenge. How do you reunite a country that tried to destroy itself? But Lincoln had a secret weapon, something the Confederacy never saw coming. It wasn't a new rifle. It wasn't a brilliant general. It was information. Lincoln became the first president to use technology to control the battlefield. He installed a telegraph office directly in the White House War Room, while Confederate generals relied on horse-mounted messengers that took days to deliver orders. Lincoln could communicate with his commanders in minutes. He would spend hours in that telegraph office, sometimes sleeping there, sending and receiving messages throughout the night. This gave the Union an incredible advantage, but it also made Lincoln a target. Lincoln's use of the telegraph was revolutionary, but his true genius was in how he used the information he received. He didn't just read reports, he analyzed them. He looked for patterns. He predicted Confederate movements before they happened. One example, in July 1863, before the Battle of Gettysburg, Lincoln received telegraph reports about Confederate troop movements. While his generals wanted to wait, Lincoln ordered immediate action. He was right. The Union won the most important battle of the war. But Lincoln's secret weapon created enemies, powerful enemies. Confederate spies knew about the telegraph office. They knew Lincoln was winning the war through information, and they plotted to eliminate him. April 14, 1865. The Civil War is over. Lee has surrendered. Lincoln should be safe. But on this day, Lincoln received a strange telegraph message. The message warned him, "Do not attend the theater. Tonight, your life is in danger." Lincoln read the message. He showed it to his wife, Mary, and then he ignored it. Why? Why would Lincoln ignore a direct threat to his life? Because Lincoln had received dozens of death threats every single day. For years, he had become numb to them, fearless even. That night, Lincoln went to Ford's Theater to watch a play called Our American Cousin. At 10:15 p.m., a man named John Wilkes Booth entered Lincoln's theater box. A single gunshot rang out. Abraham Lincoln, the man who saved the Union, fell forward, mortally wounded. But here's what most people don't know. Booth wasn't working alone. Recent historical research has uncovered evidence of a much larger conspiracy. Confederate sympathizers in Washington, D.C. had been planning this assassination for months. The plot involved multiple targets: Lincoln, Vice President Andrew Johnson, Secretary of State William Say, Ward, General Ulysses S. Grant. The goal: decapitate the Union government and restart the Civil War. Booth succeeded in killing Lincoln, but the other assassins failed. Lincoln died the next morning, April 15, 1865, at 7:22 a.m. His last words were, "She won't think anything about it." He was talking about his wife, Mary, who was holding his hand. Abraham Lincoln's secret weapon, his mastery of information and technology, won the Civil War. But that same visibility, that same prominence made him a target. Today, Lincoln is remembered as one of America's greatest presidents. The man who preserved the Union, ended slavery, gave his life for his country. But his true genius was in seeing the future before anyone else. He understood that information is power, that technology changes warfare, that communication wins wars, Lessons that are still true. Today, 160 years later. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Lincoln's secret strategy, make sure to subscribe to Age of Stories. We explore the fascinating and mysterious history of the United States and Canada every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a story from the past. Next video, we'll uncover the truth about Canada's darkest secret. You won't want to miss it.